I devoured books as a child. I read all the time.
I was someone who really enjoyed reading. I grew up on a farm.
I read a lot. I read a lot very quickly, so I would read really fast. I would read like 5 novels.
When I was a kid, I read a lot. A lot of it had to do with the fact that we didn't have TV growing up, so when we came home from school, we did a lot of reading.
I read a lot, and I read as much as I could get my hands on.
My mother inspired me to read. She collected a lot of books.
My dad inspired me to read.
My sister Jocelyn.
My passion for books definitely came from my dad. I think he's read every book that we have in our library.
The book that I always remember the most is this one, which is a very old battered book called The Sam Pig Storybook by Alison Utley. This is the copy.
The first book that comes to mind when I think of them is The Giver, and that was grade 4, and I think it was just because it had ideas in it that I'd never thought of before.
The first book that I loved was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne.
The first book I loved was The Secret Garden.
I loved so many books as a kid. I think it kind of started with probably Judy Blume books, but one that really stuck with me was Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery.
The first one I really remember is I think it was around grade 3, I read The Black Stallion.
And it made me feel thoughtful about my situation.
I think it was exciting. It was a place of fantasy.
Would create this imagery in my head, and I remember really loving that, even though I was really young.